everybody, to the BeatPak Podcast, your go-to show for upcoming artists and creatives. My name is Nathan, a.k.a. Loco Moco. Whether on your morning commute, getting your steps in, or maybe we're just playing in the background, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Without further ado, let's get into today's guest. We have our first trio on the pod today. It's also the first episode of a three-part series. We have an extremely talented singer and songwriter from Utah, a director of music videos and creatives, and the business head of the whole operation. Everybody, please welcome JayRome, Peez, and Klean from Still in Motion.
Ooh.
Yo.
Our life and all that.
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing?
We're doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. We're obviously, this is our first video podcast too. So we're in a brand new spot. Shout out Future Studios for hosting us and creating the ambiance that we need for this whole environment. So number one, I appreciate them and I appreciate you guys for driving because I know you guys are coming from all over the place. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you guys are able
Thanks
to make
for having
it here,
us.
Sure. Hell yeah, got to. Of course, man, of course. So yeah, let's get into it, man. So I know you guys have come from so many different backgrounds and so many different facets of the creative industry. I guess let's dive into those aspects first, where you guys started. So what was your guys' childhood like growing up, and were you creatively oriented? Was your family instilling that within you guys at a young age?
Right.
Whoever wants to start,
Go this.
Okay. Honestly, my family was very creative. I was surrounded by a whole creative family itself.
Hell yeah.
My brother, he goes to school for business and fashion. My aunt's a graphic designer. And my mom's the one that pushed me into these classes like singing, dancing, Tahitian, and modeling, acting. But for some reason, I never really felt the love for the entertainment part. I always loved the way everything was just organized, put together. So that's where I knew it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's how so many kids start, is just by getting enrolled in those programs and getting that opportunity to really express yourself, even if it's a little bit forced, sometimes.
No, yeah. I always loved it though. For some reason, singing, singing was a huge part of my life. But then I got, my voice changed and I was like, I can't sing no more.
For sure, yeah. I mean, even though music just seemed to be such a big part of everyone's life, especially yours. So
for sure,
awesome.
yeah.
It's fantastic. Peez, what about you? What was your childhood like growing up with creativity and stuff?
I mean, for the most part, it was pretty traditional. I was in sports growing up. Nothing too crazy. Not really tapped in on the creative side.
For sure.
I had a uncle and a cousin though that were. So my uncle taught me how to play some instruments like the congas, the bongos, but other than that, I kind of fell in love with this shit
For sure, a little later.
Yeah, right after high school.
I feel that, bro.
Yeah,
it sprouts, bro. It sprouts at different phases, because people go through it. For me, I started off, just not super into it at first. When I definitely in middle school, I was not super into music, and then high school hits. You start developing, you start maturing. That's when stuff starts to pop off. So I get it, bro. I get it for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Mr. JayRome, what about you? What was your childhood like growing up, and what was your first earliest memories as far as music goes?
My life revolved around sports growing up. You feel me? So as far as the creative side, I mean, it's really just basketball for real. I didn't get into the music until
basketball's an art though too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, basketball's definitely art.
Music before the games type shit, getting hyped up.
I was definitely listening to slow jams before my games.
Yeah. That's what got you going. That's what got you going. That's crazy.
You say, I'm ready to play.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you feel me? I think that's when my game is pretty smooth, you feel me?
Yeah.
Even though I'm a big body on the court, I still be,
totally, bro. Yeah, basketball. Yeah, I mean, you're a big dude, bro. We were just talking about in the car, bro. You could easily be a basketballer, like a linebacker in the NFL, bro.
Yeah, everybody say that now.
Body some dude, bro.
They be asking me.
Linebacker ass.
Hey, but that's all love, bro. It's all respect. That obviously you're changing the game in your industry. So it's cool to see that you guys are all coming together like that.
Not for sure.
That's what's up, bro. So I think I kind of did tap in with JayRome a little bit, but what was some of your guys's for Klean and Peez? What were some of your guys's earliest recollections of, man, I want to start doing and diving into the creative industry?
Well, shit. I mean, my uncle, he was actually a producer, so he had his own studio in our house
That's huge.
downstairs, and he would bring hella artists that are from the Bay, just like recording in there, and they would work as a team together, and I would just be down there watching the entire thing when I was 6 years old.
Wow.
And then at one point, he had me go into the studio and, start singing and everything, but I knew I really loved the music industry just for sitting with adults
Right.
that are trying to create something as well.
Right, for
and now
sure.
it's like, it's kind of crazy because
I
we
know.
get to do it now.
Exactly, man. Whether it's like an uncle or a family member or someone that you may like, for me, like it's like someone that's not even my direct family that gave me that inspiration at the
Right.
start. So that's really huge where a
No,
lot of it comes
yeah.
from. That's fantastic. Peez, what about you, man? What are some of your earliest inspirations and memories of, man, I really want to delve into the creative industry?
I mean, shit, a lot of it derived from social media, honestly. But I do have to give a big shout out and my respects to my boy. His name is Willie. He started his own clothing brand pretty young. Days 360. He does like one-on-one garments and stuff, and then just him dropping collections, and then him inspiring all like of our friend group. It was he started a fucking wave, honestly. So
Dude, totally.
It inspired all of us to like try to be on some type of shit. So
100%, bro. Yeah, dude. It's like creativity, man. It's just so crazy because it spans so many different platforms. Music,
right.
video, film,
Fucking everything.
arts, like fashion. It's just there's so many different aspects, but they all kind of. It's so cool how they all kind of mesh together.
They all
Yeah.
They all kind of
connect.
connect.
Yeah.
I swear, every genre of fucking the creative room meshes together, bro.
Yeah, like almost. It's
dance,
like
all that
so well,
music,
so well
yeah,
together.
it's
Fashion, whatever it is, dude. It's like they all come together. That's fantastic, man. And then, and Mr. JayRome, what got you into like initially starting to start making music?
Shit, heartbreak.
There it is. That'll do it for you. That'll do it for you.
Once high school hit, you dabble into relationships and whatnot. I ain't gonna lie, I started off as a simp. You feel me? I think we all do then.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you feel
a
me?
good
We go
man.
through that. We go through that little event. You know what I'm saying? After that,
Hey, that's some real shit, bro. That's some real shit. That's how I feel like that's how moms taught us to be. Be a good kid, treat a girl right. But
yeah.
sometimes shit hits the fan. You give the right stuff to the wrong person.
yeah, exactly.
But you always got to bounce back, and obviously you guys have. So that's what's up. That's what's up, bro.
Thank you.
Cool. So let's move on to like the start of your career and like some big turning points for you guys.
Yeah.
What was the big turning point that made you guys realize that you wanted to take creativity from just a hobby to like I want to do this for the rest of my life?
Right. So I currently work at this place called The Vine, which is like a bougie liquor store. And I'm surrounded by all these young like business people. My boss was only like 22.
Wow.
And he wanted to get in the music industry as well. So he called this thing called The Vine Records. And I started working with
sweet.
them, yeah. And he actually put me in charge of like organizing everything, scheduling the studio sessions and everything. But then we threw this show called LA to the Bay where we had J-Star, Yelly, Nell, Derek King, all of them pull up there. And I got to organize the entire event, and that's what
Oh,
made, yeah.
that's huge.
Fuck,
That's
it was
huge.
a lot. It was a lot. But honestly, it was good stress. There's good stress and bad stress. And I just fell in love with having good stress because it kept myself busy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That is so dope, dude. And how long ago was that?
It was actually 1 year from
year
like
to
now.
today?
Yeah.
Got you. Did you ever expect yourself after that event where you like just locked in? Like that's when you
Oh
were pumped?
yeah, because the Vine Records didn't follow through, but I wanted to follow through with the music industry, so I damn near carried it on, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it.
Carried on your
Yeah,
shoulders.
exactly.
And you guys have been killing it. We're gonna get into some of your major
Thank
accomplishments,
you.
but yeah, you definitely are doing that right now. So that's
Thank you,
awesome.
thank you.
Peez, my boy. What was that big turning point where you're like, you know what, let's lock in with some the creative industry, like what, locked in.
Shit. Honestly, I gotta give all my props to her.
I know.
I promise you. Yeah, so like I seen what she was on, and in the early stages, like we would honestly look at artists together, like trying to kind of find like who has potential or who, or for like bookings and whatnot.
For sure.
But the Vine Records would go on trips they took a trip to LA and
We got to meet with Joe and them for the first time.
yeah, shout out Joe Manor. Big
Yeah.
news coming.
Sir.
But yeah, so for the most part, she helped pave the way for me. I just kind of rode along, like, you know,
That's love,
was a
bro.
provider during it all. So
That's love, man. Yeah.
just major support.
Yeah, dude, that's I gotta give a big shout out to my boy OK Pink right now. We've had him on
Shout
the
out
show
OK
before.
Pink.
Yeah, but he's the one that he's my boy, he's my dog for life. But he really pulled me out of a rut. Like maybe about 2 years ago. I've been making music for around like 6-7 years now. Okay. But there was a good period between like COVID where like I just stopped doing it. Like I was like almost settling. I was settling, you know? And then but he pulled me out. He saw my potential. He's like, dude, what are you doing, bro? Like and we had just met, like literally, and we locked in for a session. She's like, "What are you doing, bro? You got to get out of it." Like we had such a deep spiritual talk,
fire.
and he pulled me out. So there's always that one person. There's always someone that that can help you out and keep you on the right track
Get you out
and
of
push
that
you,
rut,
push
for
you
sure,
to be your best person, be your
For
best
sure,
self.
yeah. I feel like his turning point too was when we shot Landmine. So like, long story
huge,
short,
man. We're gonna talk about that.
Right,
We're gonna talk about that too, man. That was huge. I remember when I saw Leo post about that because I was like, oh wow. And I heard like I heard shout out Klean and Peez. I'm like, oh shit, these guys are crazy. These guys are dope. So driving all the way down from the Bay. So you guys are, but you got to make it happen. Making that dream trace. And Mr. JayRome, what was obviously a very established and really good artist right now, really solid, probably next in the game, next up. What was like the big turning point that made you realize that, hey, I want to make music for the rest of my life?
I would I'd most definitely say when I seen that my music was kind of popping off outside of my state.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
huge. That's huge.
The support in your city can only go so far before you got to take it somewhere else. And it's not like I directly targeted California and Washington or whatnot, because I had no visuals out. No one knew what I looked like. You feel me? They didn't have a face to put to the music, but which kind of like it spoke volumes to me. Like, man, if I can do this without promoting my shit hella like this or having a face in my music, like imagine if I did.
Damn, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once I seen all support out here, Cali, Washington, and all the other states too, I was like, damn, maybe I can really do something with this.
Yo, clip that, bro. That was beautiful. That was amazing. That was awesome, dude. Hell yeah, bro. That's got to be such a great feeling, man.
Most definitely.
Just to see your music just start pushing boundaries and pushing, going outside of just your local area. That's huge. I mean, looking at you now, you're doing shows all over. So.
Not only outside of the area, but outside of like my community, like the Polies.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's huge, man. Yeah, I mean, it's like the music knows no boundaries.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That part.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That's awesome.
True. That's true.
Well, dude, you guys have obviously had, a lot of success in these last few months. I mean, even though you guys are still pretty young, you guys are just making such big waves in the industry right now. So
Right.
let's get into that real quick. We'll talk about some of your accomplishments. I know we've been teasing it a little bit. The first thing I did want to talk about, I think it may not be the newest thing, but it really stood out to me is when you guys opened for Klean at the Garden. LA.
Garden Grove.
Yeah.
Dude, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that is huge. I'm like, I met these guys. Like, I just had lunch with these guys and now they're opening up for Klean. That's so big. As far as, getting in touch with like his managers and then the venue, obviously, what's been like your strategy with getting into those venues and getting those opportunities?
Right. So actually, I wasn't there, but they actually opened for Klean in Sacramento prior to that at Harlow's when he was on tour for his newest album.
Show.
But shout out to Rozzy. He's connected
shout out to my brother Rozzy.
He's connected to Kaylin's A&R. And Kaylin's A&R hits them up because he actually fucks with their music hella heavy.
Right.
For them to open. Because it just matches Kaylin's vibe too.
For sure. You know? Yeah. I mean, just had feel good, sensual music.
Exactly. I was getting so much FOMO. I was at a wedding at that time. And I was like, damn, it looked hella lit.
Yeah. I was getting FOMO and I wasn't even invited. I was like, oh, dude, this looks crazy, bro.
I was like,
I'm
dancing.
Because I actually was talking about with Jay I think I talked about with him. He's like, dude, do you want to go to the Garden? And I was like,
bro,
they're opening up. I'm like, oh, that's crazy, dude. That's huge.
It was a good turnout.
Man,
it looked pretty.
It looked insane, bro.
It was damn near packed out.
Damn near, I was gonna say
already.
But yeah, shout out Rozzy, man. I haven't really talked to him much, but he killed it at issue 4. Shout out Peking Duck. Both of you guys killed it, obviously. Thank you. Definitely want to get him on the pod as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
he's cool ass peeps, bro.
Genuine ass guy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's sweet.
But yeah, if you guys want to touch more on Garden Grove since you two were there.
Yeah, no, yeah, you guys were there. How was that experience just opening up and everything?
It was a crazy experience for me, especially even though it wasn't like, it was mostly Rozzy. He just brought me along kind of as like a special guest type deal. But even then, like, it kind of just goes to show a lot of his character because he had let Leo perform one of his songs as well.
No, I'd seen that, bro.
You feel me? And then he let me do my own singles that I had too. So, you know what I'm saying? Just that alone, like, goes to show, you know, Rozzy really wants all of us to win.
That's real love too, bro.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy how many snakes there are in the industry, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
So like when you find, if you got some stories, we'll talk about it later. But when you find the real ones, bro, like I've been just so blessed to be surrounded by so many. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
No, but I truly think though the people around us right now is like pure family. Like I really enjoy being around everybody on the team. You guys, like,
yeah, dude, it's so important, you know. It's like, you know, you can call it a, you know, there's no such thing as like a self-made man or a self-made person.
Hell no.
You know, there's a huge team behind it. You know?
For
So,
sure.
and that's so important, just to surround yourself with people. So it's clear that you guys have done a really good job with that too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
looking forward to the rest of the interviews as well, because I know you guys had a solid backbone. So
nice.
it's all about that. So we're sure. So obviously Garden, huge show. I know you guys opened up with him in Sacramento, but this is the one I seen and I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
amazing. We'll talk about you know, I'm just peeping. I think it's Supernova, or is it for real that's almost at a mil right now?
Supernova.
Supernova, it's almost
like-
at a mil, bro. It's like 960.
Yeah, at Spotify.
Yeah, bro. How does that feel, man? That must be crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. I still haven't shot no video to it. Like, I didn't even really promote it. I really just, every time I posted my songs, I just promoted it once.
Right.
You know, because I was a heavy believer in word of mouth. Like, I didn't want to force my music upon people. I wanted them to find it. So when they found it, it kind of felt more like, man, I found this song. This shit
Organic.
slap.
It was organic.
Yeah, that part.
Organic, for sure.
Organic.
That part. So
Intimate.
That's crazy, man.
and a big part of it came from TikTok. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
You feel me? I think that's what really helped me break into the scene out here in California was TikTok and people out here fucking with it.
Asian.
Choose your Asian.
Literally, bro.
Touch
It's
your
like,
body.
About to start claiming my Chinese side for real.
yeah, really tapped in.
Yeah, shout out my Chung Sung family. You feel me?
Facts, bro. Shout out all the Lees, bro. Shout out the Wongs. I need to shout out my mom. Shout out G-Ma from Hong Kong. But yeah, bro, that's crazy. It must be crazy, dude, to go through. I mean, a mil's a lot, bro.
It is a lot.
7 figures, bro.
Yeah.
That's a huge number.
I wanna do like a little party once it hits a mil.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I never thought. I remember I used to celebrate
Mandatory.
I remember back in my SoundCloud days, like when a track hit 1K, 5K, 10K, I was like, I'm up,
Going crazy.
I'm celebrating. I'm
Going
like, yo,
crazy.
like we gotta go smoke or something. You feel me? But
Yeah.
a million is just. I don't know how to feel.
I know it's the first of many though.
Yeah.
It's the first of many, bro. This is just the
Yeah,
beginning,
most
bro.
definitely.
So
Surreal.
surreal.
Excited to see
Sure.
that, man. That's dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm lost for words, bro. I'm sorry. Cool. I know. So Supernova at 1 mil, which is fucking fantastic. Hopefully, we'll probably see that within the next month or so. Honestly,
Crazy.
see
Oh,
where
for
it's going.
sure.
Most definitely next couple months.
And I know we're gonna touch on this next part. I know we talked about it a little bit. Peez, the Landmine music video. We'll talk about that a little bit. Obviously, shout out Nueva Leo.
Big
I'm not
shout
gonna.
out.
He's probably my top 5 artists right now. He's
yeah.
killing it right now. Like just
He's
with
him.
5L Nueva. He's just been
Dude, that
taking over the
mixtape
game.
is smooth.
Insane, man. It grew on
Every
me.
song.
Yeah, it grew on me so hard because at first I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I started listening, like, wow, this
And
is
you're like,
great. It's
damn.
fantastic. I don't want to glaze him too much right now, but yeah, you're killing it right now. Yeah, I'm not
Nah,
trying to
you
glaze him too
just a
much, but
real ass supporter.
I got to give him his props, bro, because
Nah,
he's
for
killing
real.
it right now.
That boy's up. He's
Yeah.
and he's young too. Like
Dude,
it's kind of nice because through introduction, like with the team and all that, like he's really like a little brother.
sure.
I truly see him as little
That's what's
brother.
up.
Like
That's-
I'll take care of him or through whatever, you know.
That's real love, bro. So I remember seeing the video, the BTS video of the Landmine music video, saying that he was like, you guys were like, hey, hit us up for anything, and then he was like, oh, I'll hit you up for a music video.
Exactly.
How was that conversation like, and what was that? What was your initial reaction when he decided to ask you guys, hey, I want to shoot a music video for Landmine?
So he
That's
actually
it.
asked me. So originally I was supposed to direct Landmine.
Gotcha.
But
For real.
but I had these little health issues, so I couldn't be running up and down the streets that they want to do. If you've seen the car scenes that
It's
they did,
crazy.
So when I seen Peez and Thomas, who shot the music video itself, they were running down, holding the camera just to make sure it was stable. Because
Yeah.
it was slipping off the car at one point.
Yeah, a little,
But,
little background. They had just
Detailed the car.
yeah. So like it was late notice on the car, and they wanted to clean it up and all that stuff, and they waxed it. So the suction cup on the camera mount
would not stick.
Yeah,
would not
just
stick.
wouldn't stick. So we had to chase the car down and make sure that his equipment didn't fall off.
Sprinting. You're out. We're sprinting. Oh my God. Bro.
I did it.
Yeah,
I
it was
literally
kinda
ran
wild.
down with them once, and I was like, "Yeah, I can't do it. You're directing the rest of the music video. I'm sorry."
Yeah,
And then,
come on.
but like the conversation itself, it actually he was like, "Oh, hold on." I was like, "Yeah, let me know if you need anything." Blah blah. Because they had just
yeah.
done a song together. That's gonna be showing soon. Stay smooth. But and then I just said after that, like, let me know if you need anything. And then he hit me up like a couple weeks later and was like, "Hey, you able to help me do a music video?" I was like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Hell yeah.
Like, let's run
and
it.
you guys stay in the Bay, right?
Yeah.
So was that, and then you drove all the way down to Dago, or?
Well, we flew, but I have a house out in apartment out in Santee.
Okay, gotcha.
So, my lease just ended, or is gonna end at the end of this month. So,
Got you. Okay. Yeah, probably got some good use out of it though. Got some good use out
hell
of it.
yeah, it was like a timeshare damn near.
Hell
'Cause
yeah.
I moved out halfway through the lease. So.
Got you. That's what's up, man. And so forgive me because I'm not super tapped in with a lot of like the film terminology and just the process of directing a music video.
It's all right.
But like, so how did you like? What was your approach to like recording? Because it's an amazing video, you know, between the editing and all the different shots that you guys had. What was the process of getting that shot and making sure that you covered all bases?
It's just off your visual creativity. I mean, me and Kay had created a script and like a vision board prior to everything, so we can kind of lay out, picked out locations, kind of where the shots on the car are gonna be, all that type of stuff. So that for the most part was like the main thing that I had control, but the videographer and the editor, they carried, bro. Like
They did the thing for sure.
every time.
That's awesome.
So like Thomas from Blue Shrimp Films, he was the videographer, and then Matt Core was the editor, and
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Yeah, as we said before, it's a team, man. It's a whole team to bring everything together.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw in the background, I saw some BTS, bro. There's a lot of people there, bro. So it's like, you know, so it's
it was
you know,
it
it's
was
a
a
whole
good
thing.
turnout. Yeah,
was a good
Leo's
turnout.
fans will show up for him for
Will,
sure.
bro. They will,
for
bro.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I don't know if we're allowed to say this publicly. Maybe I have to cut it out. But I'm excited for that tour. I'm excited for your guys' tour that you guys are doing.
yeah.
So I'm excited. I don't know if we can cut that out if you want to.
No,
I'm really
yeah.
excited for it. I'm really excited.
It's actually
I'm
going to
showing
be like back-to-back shows now. So it's going
That's
to be in
huge.
SF and only in OC. So we're going to give one show in NorCal, one show in SoCal.
That's awesome.
And then see
yeah.
if that turnout does good and then run it back in spring or summer.
Hell yeah.
Run it back,
Hell yeah.
Turbo.
That's got to, bro. Got to.
Well, especially because they've been swamped with shows recently.
I know,
like,
man.
Bro,
You
it's
guys have been
been
all
go
over the
time.
place, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. Right now it's probably like a little bit of downtime, just a little bit of a break, and then
yeah.
jump right back into it. So,
Kinda.
and even then, you're
Kinda.
still doing this pod right now too. So it's like, but yeah, man. That's. I think that's one of the big things that people forget when they're trying to get into like a creative industry is like they say they want it all, but then they complain about having a full plate. You know?
For real.
It's like, you know, don't say you're hungry, but then complain about having a full plate, man. You know, so it's like.
That part.
Yeah,
That's been like such a big thing for me to adjust to as well, because at first it was like I wasn't getting any traction. All of a sudden now I'm getting a bunch of people hit me up, and it's like meetings and stuff. And so I'm sure you guys
That's
do the
great,
same
bro.
thing,
That's
bro.
great. Yeah.
But it's just it is a weird thing to adjust to, especially from going from something that you have some kind of management and some kind of people that are like able to give you some kind of structure, and now you guys are here making your own structure.
Yeah.
So it must be like it's a difficult thing, not difficult, but it's just a different way of adjusting.
Yeah, it's a whole new sudden change in our lives right now.
Enjoy it all.
Enjoy it, yeah.
Enjoy
But
it.
Don't
we're,
take
we're
it for
in it for the
granted.
journey.
100%. What's up?
Can you hear the mic like scratching or anything?
Oh no, you're good, bro. All right, cool, man. But yeah, bro, you guys obviously doing some great things. You guys have done some great things, and I know the future holds a lot of greatness for you guys as well. So
Thank you. You as well.
thank you. So obviously you guys are fairly new, right? I know you guys have been doing your craft for a while, but now as an agency, you guys are fairly young. How do you guys currently right now, for the people that may be wanting to start an agency or looking to just to start getting into creative industry, how do you guys currently bring in revenue or just to fund your trips and everything?
Right. So honestly, our revenue it's
Services.
It's services, and we all work day jobs. So a lot of it, it's coming out of our personal pockets, but we know it's going to pay off eventually.
100%.
Yeah, that startup's crazy. You're always gonna face that issue of finances in the beginning of a business.
For sure.
Well, yeah. The balance is super huge, and it's super important to make sure that you're taken care of. But then you also have to balance the work and your passion. Right? It's got to be such a. I mean, every creative knows that kind of struggle. I personally know it too.
Oh,
Working
yeah.
day jobs, so. So, and you guys mentioned services. Do you mind diving a little bit into that as far as what services you guys offer as an agency?
There's a whole bunch.
So we offer a whole bunch of shit, honestly. So our most asked question is, are you guys looking for like can we get artist management and everything? And unfortunately, I can't take on any more artists because I want to perfect my craft in order to get them up. Shout out Saint JP too. She's our female R&B artist. Killing it. She has an angelic voice.
Say that.
But me and Caleb are kind of the ones on the business side. We're very split. And then he has his whole creative team of graphic design for Antonio, which you did one with him too.
Hell yeah. Shout out Antonio.
Shout out Antonio. He does like cover arts, logos, whatever the case may be. He even did our Still in Motion logo. I think he mentioned it in your guys' podcast too.
Yes.
He's crazy with the art.
Insane with it.
And then he said, I do it all on my phone. I was like, what the fuck?
Come on, kid. Teach me your ways, bro.
Crazy with it, man. Shout out Antonio. Sorry you can't be here, man.
No.
Season 1, episode what? I don't know, 5?
10, 12,
7,
something like, yeah. He was a little bit later in the season, but shout out, he's got that crazy collab with OGZ at Zoomies, and so.
OTX, that shit is, we were so proud of him.
Oh man, he's killing it.
So proud of him.
Yeah, I mean, and that just goes back to like the people you guys surround yourself. You guys surround yourself with, and yourself too, being just crazy, hardworking people.
Right, yeah.
And that's just huge. That's like so important.
That's how we all clicked. We're like,
everybody on the team.
Everybody on the team just clicked hella easily. But another service we have is like creative directing for music videos, photography, BTS, videography, photo shoots, whatever. And then for music, we have Lorida, which is the producer for Sim, and then songwriting from JP, and then he's more of our musical advisory. So if any tips and tricks for new upcoming artists, we'll kind of throw Jay in and ask him.
We'll dive into that as well. We'll have him spill a little bit of sauce.
Yeah.
But
like vows.
Yeah, dude. It's like what's so great about the creative industry is that there's just so many alleys and so many opportunities for income. Whether it's like all the things you mentioned. Like there's just so many different ways that you can make money. So it's like, if you're not doing it, you're probably not trying.
Yeah,
you've got to try. If you're trying, you're probably making it happen.
Yeah. So, honestly, at one point in the beginning, we weren't really even making money. We were just trying to stack our portfolio first.
Exactly.
And trying to be, sorry, anyways. But yeah, we're just trying to stack our portfolio, get experience, connect with more people. And then eventually, we just started making services for income.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's, a lot of people think that it's an overnight thing. People see these artists blow up out of nowhere, or these agencies, these record labels start to get really big, and you blew up overnight. But you're working long nights, so many hours a week just to become an overnight success.
Hella sacrifices.
Hella sacrifices.
So
time is. I never realized how much time was actually priceless. I don't know, dude. I'm struggling. I wish I could sit here and buy time for real.
Yeah, dude.
I just don't feel like I have enough time.
Yeah, it's just like there's not enough hours in the day, not enough days in the week,
enough hours
in a year, man. It's crazy. It really is crazy. I know we're getting real sentimental right now, but it is. For real. But yeah, man, a little existential crisis right now. But yeah. But I think.
Promise you.
I think the best part. I mean, not the best part, but knowing that we have limited time just makes me want to go even harder, bro. Man, I don't got enough time. Let me go now. Let me make sure I'm working and making every second count.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm that same fucking way too.
Because some people were like, I watched this podcast and they were like, if you could live forever, would you? And this guy was like, yeah, of course I would live forever. But it was actually Neil deGrasse Tyson. Shout out to him because he's crazy. But he was like, I kind of like the fact that I know I'm gonna die one day because that's what gets me up to go do something. Because if I lived forever, and I was like, I had something I had to do, like mow the lawn or do the dishes, I'd be like, I'll just do it tomorrow because I have unlimited.
I feel it for sure.
That is true.
Yeah.
But since our days are numbered, it makes me just want to go harder. Let me get it all
Yeah.
out today.
Right.
That's what's up, guys. I mean, I'm sorry. We got way too sentimental there. I'm gonna cry. But
Hey, that's a good thing, though.
That is.
yeah.
That is.
But I mean, there's a reason that you guys are killing. You know, you guys have that structure going on. So
But I be working honestly till like 2, 3 a.m. sometimes. It's
grind.
crazy.
Early morning, late nights. Yeah.
Early morning, late
first
nights.
one up, last one to bed.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Most
bro.
def.
And everything. You know what I realized though, in like the music industry, there is no after hours or nothing, no business hours.
Yeah, there's
I'll
no
be getting
yeah.
a call. Me and Justin, you can ask him, or Jay Ferrer, he be calling me. We talk on the phone meetings from like 10 to 11, 10 to 12 a.m.
yeah.
But then we're getting shit done. We're getting shit done.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you know, if you're not doing it, someone else is. So
Exactly.
gotta keep it going.
Yeah, that's what I always think of for sure.
Yeah.
If this person's doing it, why the
Yeah.
fuck can I?
Yeah. Let's do it. Just run it. You know, and why not try? You know, so let me shoot for it. That's what's up. So I know we're talking about how, you know, time is of the essence. We keep going. How do you guys balance your day job with your passions? What's like been the biggest way? I know you guys are moving all the time. You guys are always doing big things.
We can start here first.
For sure.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Everybody is, bro. Everybody is.
Hey, I don't got shit together, honestly. I'm just fucking, I'm balling, though.
He's like, fuck it.
Yeah, nah, it's hard because, like, there's been times where I went and got a job, a day job, and if like, the day job was just too much to the point where I came home, I just want to go to sleep.
That's what I'm saying,
feel
bro.
me?
Yeah, you're working
It's like,
30, 40
yeah.
hours, and then at the end of the day, you're like, fuck it,
Yeah.
let me lay down. And then,
Feel me?
you know,
Luckily, I was able to live off of my streams for a little bit.
that's what's up.
But now it's like, okay, it would have been smarter if I just kept the job, let that pile up, you feel me, so I can invest that and whatnot. But you feel me? We live and we learn, though.
For sure. Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, as long as you're learning, you're making moves.
God, 1% every day.
Hell yeah. All right, Mr. Peez, what about you? What's been your way to balance everything as far as that goes?
That's a crazy thing. I don't have a balance yet, but taking the time off from my job to do all this stuff. Luckily, my boss is pretty lenient with all this stuff. So, but my day job is I'm a electrician.
That's what's up.
Worst time to be an electrician is during the summer.
AC's breaking down all the time, I bet. All the time.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's like HVAC, but
I
like,
think it's hot.
but like shit, like crawling through the attics and shit, it'd be like 120, 130 up there on a hot summer day. It's
That's a
easy.
medium rare steak.
Yeah, I'm up there for a
like
few
those.
hours, bro, and you come out, you're like, and then early ass morning, get off. Traffic, The commutes are crazy, and then I get home, I can't even hit the gym, you know, like I gotta get straight to it, but then I'm tired as hell.
Tired as hell, bro. I know it, man.
damn.
I know that shit, bro.
I'm a natural born procrastinator, so like I gotta fight to work because I know what we're working towards is bigger than what we can imagine.
Yeah, totally,
Sure,
man.
so
That's the craziest part, bro, because, yeah, man, it's when you look at goals, it's like, man, you set goals and you have an imagination, you have a vision of what you think can happen, and the next thing you know, you're blowing that out of the water. You're doing bigger and better things. So.
yeah, it's hard to step back sometimes and kind of realize what we're on and what we're doing.
Yeah, and all you guys have done.
Because
Yeah.
we got a good ass team right now. We're all solid. Like
Hell
I
yeah.
love everybody on Still in Motion.
That's what's
So
up. Hell yeah.
yeah,
What part of the Bay you guys stay in?
it's like Antioch, Oakley.
Okay, gotcha.
It's a little
the
east,
boonies.
a little east
Gotcha,
of the
for
Bay,
sure,
but
for sure. A lot
type
of
shit.
big Filipino culture out there, so
yeah,
gotta give a
Which
big
is
shout out to
foggy.
them.
Rice cookers.
too many rice cookers is
Rice cookers
crazy.
are on.
That's hilarious.
I've
That's
never heard
crazy.
that.
Hell yeah. But yeah, bro, the Bay's great. I love the Bay. You know, I don't go too often, but yeah, the culture out there is so different.
Oh, for sure.
Different.
Yeah.
But it's like different, but in like it's so crazy how like the NorCal and the SoCal are just so different. But they both fit. Like sometimes they cross paths and they can interchange, you know. But yeah, I love that about California and all the different cultures. So it's cool that you guys can, you know, bring your NorCal and Bay Area stuff down to SoCal a little bit. So
It's crazy because I never even felt like I was a true Bay Arean.
Mm.
Everyone has always told me like, you belong in LA, you belong in SoCal. I'm like,
Yeah, I feel that.
fuck, what do you want me to act like? But there's just a very typical like culture you feel when you see a Bay Arean for sure.
Yeah,
And I don't
like
care.
growing up, well, shout out my brother. He's real like into that like the hyphy movement and all that stuff. So he's actually truly the one that got me into music.
Right.
And it's a whole other side that I'll play a song and then nobody else will really know it because it's from a different era, you know.
Right.
Because he's 28, I'm 24, so.
Right. For sure, yeah. Just it's crazy how things can change so much in 4 years. Oh yeah, they're bumping over there.
Yeah, they are.
I can just
They're having a good time.
Yeah, I'm glad, bro, because hey, shout out Jay Bud. I know you were having issues, and I'm glad it's working now. I'm glad it's working now.
Shout out that man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, for sure. Okay, and Miss Kayleen, what's been your best way of just balancing work and your passion right now?
Wow. It's wow. Fuck.
Really
I
is.
mean, honestly, I'm still trying to find a balance, but I feel like I kind of do have it a little bit because I am a structured person. So,
Major structured.
fuck.
I
it's
need
bad.
that.
But so I did make sure when I started my job at the Vine from a year ago, I was like, hey, if I gotta jump into the creative realm and do what I want to do, I'm about to do it. And they're like, we support you 100%. Just because I went to school, all of them, so they understand.
Right.
Yeah. So going on these trips and everything was an easy balance because I would just take off work and they had someone cover me. But I wanted the only one to have like a set schedule. So I'd be mornings from 9 to 2. And then right when I get off, going to work at home. And that's when I'll hop on all the meetings, whatever I have to do.
That's huge, man. I think that's such good advice is, you know, you just spilled some advice, like just having a good relationship with your employer and your coworkers because that helps you balance right away. Like, hey, I got to call up. I got a last minute show I got to go to or a meeting.
Oh, yeah.
If you got a good relationship with them, they'll cover you.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Shout out Wally, Hassan, Nasser, and all of them. Like,
Them boys.
they've been hella good to me with, you know, letting me do what I want to do.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Shout out Jay Ferrer, do what I want.
Shout out Jay Ferrer, do what I want.
But yeah, dude.
Fire ass documentary.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Spinoff coming soon. Oh, I don't know if I was supposed to say that.
Oof.
But yeah, it's dude, it's the balance is just so important. It's such a delicate thing to take care of too, because while you know you want to pursue your passion, you're like, fuck, I got to make sure I bring bread to the table.
Oh,
you know?
exactly.
So,
yeah.
I think that's what, I think you guys gave some great advice though for a lot of the upcoming creatives that are really struggling with that right now.
Sure.
So cool, man. So let's move on to our next, pretty much one of our last segments. It's the tips and tricks segment. Obviously, you guys' portfolio speaks for itself. You guys are killing it right now. I'm sure you guys have a lot of things to spill on some of the sides. I do have a couple questions. We'll start with JayRome, honestly. So what's been your best strategies, man, with songwriting and standing out from others?
Sheesh.
As far as songwriting goes, I really just write from experience. You feel me? Kind of going back to like the heartbreak stuff. It really stemmed from there. I could take a weak talking stage and turn it into a song that really have you thinking about your relationships and all that.
Right.
I feel like that and kind of just phone ringing. What was the second half of the question again?
Like, what are some of your strategies and tips for standing out from other artists?
Then honestly, like it do kind of seem cliche, but really just be yourself. You feel me? I was always like, if you fuck with my shit, you fuck with my shit. If you don't, you feel me? Go be happy then. It's good.
Yeah.
So
You
I feel like that's a lyric.
something you preach a lot, man. I see on your stories is that higher vibration.
Oh, yeah, you feel
higher
me?
vibration. You want
higher
to
life,
talk
higher
about
vibrations and all that. You feel me?
Higher vibes.
That was really my
Shit.
brother, Seago Crazy, who was, when I first started making music with him and my other brother, Tolly Two Time, that was a real turning point in my career where, like, I started going more towards, like, a West Coast style. You feel me? So that's where you get the Ocean, the Supernova, the For Real, working with them. And he was
That's
always
like
like,
top hits too.
you know what I'm saying? We would always get high, listen to music, and he'd be like, we play songs, he'd be like, hey, this that shit that take you higher. Real higher shit. So, you feel me? He don't really treat me like, bro, you can go be the face of all that. I don't care, you feel me? But,
That's sweet.
you know what I'm saying? He's really the blueprint, so.
That's love, bro. That's
Peez
love.
shit.
High vibrations and all that.
Yeah, bro. There's not a lot of artists that are preaching that, dude. They're preaching the drugs, sex,
Yeah,
girls.
you feel me? Like,
Right.
that can mean anything. It can be, a pothead view or even like, just raising your frequencies, living life on a higher frequency, you feel me? Moving with love, good intentions and all that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's like, I'm glad that you're pushing that, man. And it's,
Hell yeah.
because it needs to be pushed in this day and age where there's too much negative energy that gets
Yeah.
pushed
So
around.
much.
So once that catches, bro, it's like, it's going to make the world go round, bro.
Oh, yeah, most
It's gonna
definitely.
change it, man. So that's love for real. I love that. All right, Miss Kayleen. I know we're talk about some tips and tricks with you. I know you said you're a very structured person, which is amazing. What's some of your tips and tricks for staying organized and connected?
Right, staying organized and connected. Well, like I said, I do have good stress and I have bad stress, but with that good stress, you gotta have a strong ass support system.
Got to.
If you don't have a strong support system, you can't stay organized. Your whole fucking mental is fucked up. Like just everything around you is a mess. So if you have a strong, structured support system, my best friends support me, my family, my boyfriend, my team, all of them. They're the ones that keep me going to strive, stay organized, put on for the team, and make sure that we can all eat eventually in the future to carry this on to the next generation.
Hell yeah.
But with staying organized, I got a planner, I got a notebook. I have an app called Time Tree with all of them to make sure we have all our events, studio sessions, whatever case may be, on there, just to let the whole team know like this is what's going on this month and everything. So always planning, always scheduling ahead. And what he tells me all the time is looking out for other, like even the bad options, that like the shit that outweighs it. What is it called? What do you say? Like the possibilities, the bad possibilities that can happen.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
But it resonated
Talking
with her.
about like look at the light in the bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you like keeping
make a
shit
bad
in
situation
mind.
come
Yeah.
up.
So
Yeah, you
Got
always,
to.
You
Yeah.
always
Oh, yeah,
gotta be aware of like what potentially could happen. Don't overthink it or don't expect it, but like just know shit can go wrong.
yeah.
Sure. That
And
way
what's
you're not
fucked is
surprised.
I'm an overthinker like crazy. So
Yeah,
when he
she
says
is.
something,
I
I'm like,
feel that.
ooh, fuck,
I know
now it's
it.
stuck.
Dissecting each
Yeah.
and every individual part of it. I know it, bro.
What?
I'll say something, bro, and it'll go this way, and this way. But really, it's just only meant one simple thing. Like bro,
I'm the same
guys
way.
are surface level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, it's not wrong to think like that, though. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
because sometimes there could be an alternate meaning. You got to pull meaning from things yourself too.
Oh,
so.
for sure,
Exactly.
yeah.
But yes, everyone take notes because staying organized in this industry is so important.
Oh, for sure.
You don't have
yeah.
a manager, you don't have someone looking over your shoulder making sure you're doing your work
Yeah.
or staying that way. So
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
why it's so important. You gotta do it yourself.
Because at the end of the day, we're all independent too. It's
Exactly.
you can only really rely on yourself.
Exactly. I seen this video online when they were saying like, you're at your job. If your boss tells you to take out the trash, you're gonna take out the trash. They tell you to show up at 7 a.m., you're gonna show up at 7 a.m. You tell yourself you're gonna make a song or you're gonna start a podcast or you're gonna start a YouTube channel and you don't do it, it's a lack of self-respect.
Yeah.
I heard that shit.
seen
I heard
that
that
too.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you
That
got to
shit
be
hit
really
me.
self-disciplined in this industry, like,
Yeah.
because no one's gonna tell you to do it. No one's gonna tell you like, oh, fucking plan this shit out, do this, stay organized, whatever. Network with this person. You gotta do it all on your own.
Yeah.
So when networking, being organized with that, me and Caleb work really good together when it comes to networking. That motherfucker
Yeah,
has
dude.
all the
He's a demon.
connects, dude.
Yeah. Shout out Caleb. We're gonna get one in here pretty
He's
soon.
fucking
But
crazy,
he's
but-
insane.
Oh,
We communicate on a daily, so
Got to.
we have really good teamwork on that.
That's wonderful. Yeah. We'll get into that as well, some networking tips and stuff too. But
sure.
I guess it kind of ties in with everything. How do you guys scout for talent? Like, what are some big things for you guys when you're trying to find your next big artist?
Well, shit. I mean,
it's not even searching at this point. It's just like, to be honest, everybody knows everybody in the industry. So like, once you meet somebody new, they're gonna connect
you to
you
know,
with
connect
you to the
next
Exactly.
person. Hell yeah.
exactly.
It's all genuine and off of word of mouth. To be honest,
100%, man. Yeah, your network is your net worth for sure.
Yeah.
And then it's not about what you know, it's who you know. There's so many sayings that go along with just knowing people,
for sure.
making sure that your network is solid because it's just like such a big. Yeah, it's probably more important than you can be as talented as you are, but if you don't know anybody,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Like-
crazy how that works,
It'll hinder
right?
you.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
which is insane to think that that's how it's structured. Like you got to know somebody. You don't even have to you could be the best artist in the world, bro. Doesn't even matter. But
Even to get a simple job,
yeah,
sometimes
exactly.
like
Yeah,
know
yeah,
somebody.
exactly. Just in everything, man. It's crazy.
It honestly even goes for college. Like my brother was like, "Are you still gonna continue college? You already kind of, as long as you keep socializing, networking, I feel like you're good." And I'm
Facts.
like, "Oh, I gotta go to college. My mom's gonna be pissed."
I feel that. Shout out Asian parents, bro.
For-
That's for real. But hey, I'm a first generation American too. I'm a first generation American. My family's from Hong Kong and the Philippines, and so it's like,
Dope.
bro, like it's, and I'm the firstborn too, so it's like you gotta, I got a standard to set. So,
Oh, for real,
so
yeah.
that keeps me going too. But yeah,
But have they kind of like settled down a bit and like
dude, yeah. My dad is my biggest supporter.
Accepted.
My dad is my biggest
Me
supporter.
too.
Shout out
he was on the pod, right?
He was on the pod. He
I
was.
listened to that one. That shit was sick.
Yeah, he's my biggest supporter. He's
Love
you know
that.
That boy's high value.
really, bro. Literally, he wasn't at first. He wasn't at first. He was like, obviously, when I tell my dad, hey, I want to be a fucking music producer, he's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I came all the way from the fucking Philippines just for you to fucking want to make music.
Damn.
He didn't say it like that, but I knew that's what he was saying.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, bro. I mean, it's like I think the biggest part between getting that dynamic between your parents and and getting them to know your craft is you show them results, show them a plan. I think that's what really changes perspective on it.
I
Most
think that's
definitely.
key, yeah, too, because my parents are kind of like older, so like they're very traditional on what they think, and they hold their old school values. So like, I feel like it's definitely hard to see when there's change in life,
For sure.
because the whole world is changing and adapting to new values every day. So
Right.
like, it's not what they're used to.
Yeah,
But if
totally.
you show them like you're up and like you're doing good and you're succeeding, then you can't
Can't
deny
dispute it. You can't
Yeah,
dispute numbers,
can't dispute it,
Can't
no,
dispute
for
progress
sure.
for sure. So
And
that's
it's
super
fun,
huge.
too.
Yeah. Shout out all the young creators right now that are struggling with that, because just keep going.
Oh, for
You'll be up.
sure.
You'll be up, man.
Eventually, another tip for the parents that, are struggling to see the child's light, you just got to stay strong. Let your kid do it, and then show him that talent, or show him or her.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, like, I'm at no place to have kids yet, but when I do have kids, I want my kid to be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
If I know that what they're doing right now is they're safe and they're happy, do your
Exactly,
thing.
yeah.
Like, the money will come.
That's a good
Do your
parent.
thing,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Do your thing. That's wonderful. I know we touched up a little bit on the networking side. Are you guys still showing up to network events, or is it you kind of work within your own little network now?
Shit, the shows.
The shows are network events,
Yeah,
yeah.
at that point,
the shows.
basically, right.
And then whatever Peking Duck throws, we'll come out and support, show love.
Hell yeah! Shout out Wally. Shout out all the
out
guys.
Yeah, he's
over
cool
there,
as
man.
fuck. I fuck with him.
Wallace.
Yeah, no, he's dope. He's dope, man. Cool. So we are getting towards the end of the, and I guess for everybody, I mean, I know we are getting towards the end. Let's talk about one more thing, and I think it's something that I myself have struggled with a lot. I know a lot of other people do.
On it?
Staying motivated and consistent.
Oof.
What do you guys have any tips and tricks for that? Do you guys have any strategies?
Keep it a thou. Well, I haven't even stayed motivated and consistent. You feel me?
You're hella funny,
A
bro.
thou wow? Keep it a thou wow?
Keep it a whole 1,000.
Keep
for
it a
real.
stack bundle.
You feel me? It's hard, bro. You feel me?
Shout
Like,
out Tassie, man.
oh God. Now that's my saying. You feel me? Don't get.
Don't get it twisted.
That's my dad,
Nah, but
bro. Chill out.
Shout out Uncle Taz. But,
Cool ties.
Nah, yeah. As far as like motivating dedication, you said
yeah. I'm staying consistent.
I haven't even. You feel me? Like it's hard to.
Yeah.
You feel me? You can't really. Motivation is kind of just. You feel me? Motivation won't take you as far as you think it will. You got to be dedicated to it.
There you go.
So even though I did take like a whole year off, or I was debating if I still wanted to push this music stuff, whatever. You feel me? Here I am now. I decided, what I'm saying, this is what I really love. I want to get back popping again, and so
You're here to stay, bro.
yeah. You
Oh,
feel
yeah.
me? Like, that's
It's dedication.
That's
It's
just from my
discipline.
perspective, though.
Yeah. Discipline that comes with it.
Yeah, I feel like also, like we mentioned before, it's the team. As long as you're around those folks who are doing the same shit and like all striving for the bigger goal, it makes it way easier for you.
Yeah.
Because then it turns into fun. It don't turn into a job or
100%. 100%. I was watching this clip on TikTok. This guy was saying, he was using an analogy, like when it comes to business and staying focused. Like, think of like your business like a car. You don't buy a car. You don't have a car to pay for gas, right? Its purpose is not to pay for gas. Its purpose is to get you from point A to point B, right? Just like a business. Your business is not there just to make you money. It's there to solve a purpose. It's there to accomplish something, right? And so if you're doing it specifically to make money, you're doing it for the wrong reason, right? And I think that's what people get hung up on is,
Most
they got
definitely.
hung up on the financial side. They think that, they see the music videos, rappers throwing fucking bands in the air, like it's all that.
Yeah.
But then they realize, oh shit, it's a grind, and it doesn't start off like that. It really
That's
does
like
not start
what
off.
my best friend, me and him be talking about. Shout out Brando. He was saying his main thing is money comes and goes. So
100%.
we're not gonna dwell on spending all this money for developing new experiences and paving the damn path for the future. So
100%.
So I always keep that in mind every day.
Yeah.
Because we spend a lot of money to make everything happen. So it's
Dead ends, yeah.
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm just looking at your guys' receipts for like these next couple of shows. And like just Jay first talking about it. I'm like,
my
God damn, bro.
Yeah.
But then that's only gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the next thing you know, you're gonna have investors. You're gonna have people sponsors.
Right. Yeah.
It's just a matter of
it'll
time.
all come. It'll all come.
It's gonna be exponential growth. You know, it's like this right now, but then it's gonna skyrocket. I can already see it for you
Most
guys. So
definitely.
I'm so excited to see where you guys head in the future.
Thank you.
Because it's crazy.
One thing we
Papa Tim.
vocalize very heavy in the agency is mental health. You know, you gotta take care of that shit.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
she preaches that a lot too.
Very heavy.
We're very
so
welcoming.
whenever somebody new comes in, we're always like, if you're having any mental health issues, take a break. You know,
Got to, man.
do what you
Got
gotta
to.
do. Take your time. Just let us know so that we don't overdwell you with any gigs, jobs, services, whatever you need to do. But take care of yourself
We did
first.
that too, huh?
I take care of your mental.
We've already taken our time too. Plenty times.
Plenty
A lot of
times,
us
yeah.
do.
That's okay.
A lot of us
That's
takes
okay.
breaks. We do, but you know, we come back harder because we're all refreshed in the mind.
Exactly.
And
It's
shit.
the best thing. My biggest thing, one thing I learned really just these past couple, maybe last week, is to not force my creativity. I find myself like having blocks sometimes, right? Like I'll be like I can't, like I'll sit down in front of my laptop, I'll sit down for 3 hours. I can't come up with anything. I'm like, damn, bro, like it makes me feel like shit. I'm like, damn, am I doing this for the wrong reason? Like, do I need to switch career paths?
Am I actually creative?
That's what I'm saying. But then what I realize is that I'll switch lanes. I'll be like, you know, let me do something I can't control. Let me clean my room. Let me go work out. Let me
Right.
go for a walk.
Yes, just
Right.
do something productive.
Exactly. Because eventually, you know, creativity, it comes and goes. You're picking and choosing from a library of creativity that's already out there. Sometimes it just may not be your day to check out. So
And you could pick that thing up from anything.
I'm
Like
saying.
you can find any creative inspiration from literally sitting in this fucking room.
exactly. Literally, dude. Yeah. Obviously.
you could
Shout out Futures one
you
more
can
time.
shoot a fucking a scene right here for a music
Dead
video. I
ass,
swear
right
to God.
here.
Bro,
That's
there's a
too
lot of
easy.
insights. Yeah. It's like, it's your environment, the environment you place
Yeah.
yourself in, you know? So I think it's always important just to keep learning, keep going. Because as long as you stay productive, like that's
Oh yeah, most definitely.
so.
About motivation and everything, like you gotta be hooked, determined, dedicated, all of that shit. It's not even really just motivation. You gotta motivate yourself to self-discipline and everything. But it's really the support around you too. You gotta surround yourself in a good ass environment.
Hell yeah.
Because if you're not, you're just gonna feel trapped. You're not gonna have any
Stuck for
creative
sure.
outlet for yourself. Nothing.
No doubt. That's well said. You guys spilled some great knowledge right there. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
you guys
Yeah.
being here. Cool, man. Well, we are coming towards the end. I know we did want to make a quick announcement. I know we want to talk about it a little bit. You guys are going to a show tonight.
Ooh.
Right?
Whose fucking show?
Who's
Whose show
fucking
are we going to right now? Oh, we got Caleb in the background here.
we have Caleb in the background.
Caleb.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I
you
mean,
guys know
shit, just an announcement. We did get Joe Maynard as an artist for Still in Motion.
Congratulations.
And,
All-star team.
Currently, me and Caleb are managing him. We are working together to make sure his career fucking skyrockets.
Yeah. I mean, it's like he's got such a great starting point too, and I know you guys are just going to take it to the
Yeah,
next
he-
level.
Most definitely.
He's very well connected too. He makes good
Fucking
music.
cool peeps,
he,
too.
I know,
He's
dude.
he got numbers. So
Hella
like,
down
I know,
to
just
earth.
tell him by the videos, bro, and like the music he makes, you can tell his vibes are right.
yeah,
his
yeah.
vibes are right.
He's cool peeps too. Like
Cool peeps.
That's
I
huge,
respect
bro.
him as a person for sure.
Yeah, it's like beyond the talent, you got to be a good person. I can tell he is.
No,
already,
yeah.
So that's wonderful.
He's-
Yeah.
When I had met him a year ago when he was talking about LA, he's the one that actually connected us to a lot of artists that are still in our lives. Like, we had went to a Fora fucking house party, and then
Wow.
I actually got really cool with this girl, and you know, it was just love at the end of the day.
There you go.
And I'm like, holy shit, like this is all from one person.
Wherever you
now
least
it's networking even a further group. Like
Yeah, Joe definitely put us.
Joe
on,
put
for
us
sure.
on.
That's what's up. That's love, bro. You know, it's a give and take. You know.
Yeah.
You help me out, I'll help you out.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's awesome, man. That's what's up, bro. I mean, I'm excited to see what. Obviously, I've been excited to see what you guys been doing. So,
Thank
you too,
you.
bro.
hopefully,
You
you
too.
guys have fun at the show, right? I'm excited for that. Is Joe headlining or is it him and is it?
It's actually his hometown show. So he is headlining
Bakersfield.
for a
Wow.
whole damn 45 minutes, I think.
There you go. That's what
That's a little long. That's a long ass.
That's like
lot of
15
music,
songs.
bro.
That's like 15, probably 20 songs. You probably
That's
squeeze
2
into that.
albums, damn near 2 EPs. I'm like, fuck.
You're like, oh shit.
going
What y'all want to hear
crazy,
next? That's crazy. That's awesome. Well,
Thank
I know you guys are gonna have a great time there. You guys have my blessings with that as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cool. So that pretty much wraps up everything, man.
Sure.
You guys, before we end off, do you guys have any upcoming new projects, shows, events, anything you want to shout out real quick? Or anybody you want to shout out real quick?
Shit, I got my little EP dropping soon. With love, JayRome.
There you go.
You feel me? Real higher life vibrations.
Hell yeah. We got a date on that, or we just or is it,
Man, I was honestly supposed to drop it this month, but we got so packed with shows and having to travel and all that, I had to push it back. So no specific date, but just know that, you feel me, the tracks is almost done though.
there you go, for sure. Coming soon.
Coming
Coming soon.
Anything from you guys? I know we got a couple
have-
music videos in the works, right?
That too. I mean, tomorrow we're shooting for
Leo.
Matt Core and his team. We're shooting for Leo, and then we're producing it. So
Gotcha, bro. I know that's why
feeling
you guys
smooth.
I need
Yeah.
that.
That's a
I need
fucking
that.
hard song.
I need that,
That's my
bro. I
favorite
need
song on
that.
there.
I got a good script going
My
for
shit.
it, so it should definitely be some good visuals.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
And then mid-August we have something coming with a bigger artist that we won't name,
Not yet,
but
not yet.
it is a female artist. And then me and Kay are gonna go shoot some
what's up.
BTS, and then she's
up.
gonna be a set decorator. So
Keep a lookout for that. That's what's up.
yeah,
That's what's up.
Yeah, we're excited for that.
Hell yeah.
Show October 1st.
Show October
yeah.
1st.
San Francisco, brick and mortar, open up for Yelly.
Rick
Yeah.
and
Hell
Morty.
yeah.
Same
Hell
with
yeah.
like
Get your
JP
tickets.
too.
Link
Anybody
in
want
bio
to see
right now.
JayRome
And
live?
JP.
NJP. Yeah.
NJP. Oh,
It's great too because they get to tap into an R&B genre.
That's huge. That's
And
huge, bro.
Yelly's a great fucking artist. We watched her perform. She's amazing.
That must be crazy. Like
yeah.
watching someone perform and then now being able to open up for them and
On
get to interact with them.
everything, yeah.
That must be
Yeah,
insane,
because
dude.
as she mentioned before, like her first show with the Vine Records, they put on, Yelly opened. So now it's like,
Come full circle.
Yeah,
Back
Yeah,
here.
exactly. And it's a blessing. I love that. We get to just reconnect with them on a different level though.
I know. It's like now you guys are on the same level.
Yeah, now
That's
we're on the
what's
same
up.
level
That's what's
now.
up. That's love for real.
Exactly.
That's awesome, you guys.
We do have a couple. We have that Leo and JayRome show. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Shout out Jay for here in the
Shout
back.
out
He's
Jay
hiding
for-
from the cameras.
I know he's hiding, but no, yeah.
fucking Jay.
But I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but we've been cooking up fucking late nights, meetings, doing that shit. Me,
grinding.
Justin, Caleb, Wallace, trying to make it happen for the boys. So
Oh, there you go. Just making it
That's
happen. Making it happen. That's all we can do.
Kay will make it happen, trust.
Hell yeah.
bruh.
In Kay we trust.
Yeah. Got it, bro. Got it. That's awesome, bro. I appreciate you guys heavy. Why don't you guys shout out your social medias real quick? Give a quick shout out to yourselves.
Mine's Klean Bondoc, Klean Bondoc.
Lo Peezes on Instagram, LOPEEZUS.
Go.
In Peezes we trust.
JayRome 801 on Instagram. Follow that. You feel me?
And then the Still in Motion one, right? The Still in Motion agency.
Still in Motion Agency.
Hey, give him a follow. DM him, bro. For any
Fucking anything.
any creative needs, hit him up, bro. They got you.
That boy.
Thank
Make sure
you,
you
thank
follow
you.
Loco Moco on Instagram.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's love, bro. That's
Appreciate
love.
you for having us.
Appreciate you for having us. Thank you.
Of course, you guys. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. I appreciate you guys for
Yeah.
coming down here. You guys have a great night at the show. And without further ado, everyone listening, I appreciate you guys too. So that's it.
Thank you,
Loco,
everybody.
Kayleen, Peezes, JayRome, out.
Yeah.
Yeah.